and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciara, and please do remember, if you do not like what we say, how we say it, or why we say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. So, happy Halloween to everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
And so, of course, I'm joined by my Pisces Twin for this special Halloween message. And so we are looking into the question of what sort of trick or treat is coming your way. We don't know what the messages are that are going to be in these piles, but we're just going to go with it and see what happens. So for pile 1, we have this sweet tart little chewy. We have the pop rocks for pile 2. For pile 3, we have peanut size, fun size M&Ms. And for pile 4, we have the Reese's peanut butter cup. So take as much time as you need, meditate on the cards, use your own body as a pendulum, whatever works for you to engage with your intuition and choose the pile that best resonates for you. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the reading.
Let's do
For
this.
all of you who picked pile 1 with the Sweet Tart Chew, please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces Twin. And so let's go ahead and jump into your cards and see what sort of trick or treat is on your way. So we have the 6 of Bats. We then have the Queen of Pumpkins, or the Queen of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords, as well as the 2 of Swords. So really interesting, just starting off here with your tarot.
Well, there's a lot of sword energy here for sure.
It definitely seems like what is coming up soon for you, or is definitely needing to make a decision about something, and maybe even needing to move away from a certain situation that is no longer working for you or no longer worth the battle, it seems like. It feels like this could be definitely maybe like a social situation with another person.
I feel like, yeah, and I feel like you can't see the forest for the trees, some of you. Like, you cannot really... You're having a difficult time trying to see the truth about the situation, I guess. I'm getting that this could be possibly in a work situation, having to do where you make your money. You know, it could be something to do with that, because you have all this earth energy right here. You specifically have the Queen of Pumpkins. I mean, this could be you, if you're, definitely if you're an earth sign.
Earth or air.
Yeah, I'm seeing that definitely here. But I feel like there might be some kind of situation at work maybe that you're having to deal with that's like a social situation, or maybe you're trying to decide if you want to leave your job or not. And you have to make a decision about it.
It definitely feels like you need to make a decision about what's worth your time now. Because with this 8 of Pentacles, this is all about working on your craft. So are you in a situation right now, maybe with work, where you're doing something that isn't as fulfilling as it's supposed to be for you, or doesn't allow you maybe to balance out your work and your home life possibly? Because that's what the Queen of Pentacles has a lot to do with, is sort of being a powerhouse in both, social and home life and work, and finding that balance between things, a very nurturing energy. So that could definitely be a strong possibility here.
It also could be school.
Yeah.
Something going on at school for some of you, some kind of situation that's like possibly like where you're having to make a decision about something. I don't know, the first thing that came up to my mind, the 2 words that just came into my mind, I don't know why, but fraternity and sorority for some reason are coming up here. I got that. Maybe there's something going on within that, or maybe some of you are pledging for one or something, or you're trying to decide or something. I don't know. I mean, I think pledge season is
that
over.
Usually, that.
But I don't know. Maybe you're deciding if you want to do it or stay in it or something.
It definitely feels like there might be some sort of information coming in soon with this Knight of Pentacles. Not a Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords here. Some sort of information that's going to maybe help you determine whether or not to stay or go in this situation, whatever it may be.
Or you're trying to decide on an internship, or something to do with further education, like something to do with maybe you've been offered 2 different routes to finish off, like it's an internship,
Yeah.
right? Or like a residency or something like that. I feel like for some of you that could be a possibility. And you're trying to decide between the two, and it's like, it's a tough decision. I think you're having a hard time with it, trying to figure it out. Or maybe you're trying to decide if you want to like actually leave the area that you're in completely and go somewhere else. That's what I feel like when I look at that.
Kind of like the saying that keeps going through my mind is like, should I stay or should I go?
Yeah, the clash. Yay.
And so moving further into your cards here to look at your oracle cards, we have Beltane with fertility. We also have prayers and wishes, and
I've never pulled that card.
give into passion.
Woohoo, yo.
So maybe for some of you, this is about a relationship. Maybe for some of you, you're trying to make a decision between two different people. And I feel like definitely the treat that is coming for you is some sort of form of wish granted, your prayers being answered.
Manifestation. Maybe you're manifesting a partner, or you've been, you're waiting for that partner to come in. I think it's coming. I also feel like some of you definitely, like, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh, maybe it's like a decision about like an orchestra or like something like that. Like maybe some of you are musicians. Right now it's kind of funny because you probably can't hear it in the recording right now, but right in the next room, that's what's going on. So yeah, I feel like definitely some of you have something to do with the arts, and you possibly, I feel like this is a very fiery right here. Cause I mean, look at, you have like salamanders and stuff too. Some of you are definitely like, I feel like musicians, and your partner is one too that's coming in, I feel like, for some of you.
I also feel like this is also a message. If it's not referencing romance necessarily, this is definitely about making a decision whether or not to follow your passions or not. And the message here is definitely to go and embrace your passions, because whatever wish or prayers that you have in relation to that, they will be granted. And I see that
In Beltane.
Yeah. And also it's like you are going to be full of so many new ideas. It's like this fertility could be literal fertility, so be careful out there if you're not intending to get pregnant, or get somebody else pregnant. But it could just be a fertility of your ideas, of the projects that you're going to put your passions towards.
I'm looking at this card, and I'm not even kidding you guys. I am getting the most amazing feelings looking at it. It's so peaceful. It's like making me feel so excited and like really serene. And I think that definitely come springtime, something really freaking awesome is coming into your life. And it's just like, you're going to feel like high on life because it's so amazing. That's just, I love it. I love that card. That is so rad.
I also feel like pay a lot of attention for dragonflies, as well as we have a lot of butterflies here. So it's definitely, there's a transformation happening as well. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So we have patchouli with purpose, as well as St. John's wort with dispirited.
Well, patchouli, first of all, every time I smell
That's
that,
great.
It makes me think of really earthy, beautiful men. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I love that smell. I mean, I know some people that used to wear it all the time when I was growing up, and it would like drive me insane when I smelt it on their skin because it just jived with who they were. So, that smell alone is just, I love it.
It seems like with a message of purpose here and then dispirited, for some of you, it could be that, we had that the 6 of swords as well as the 2 of swords. You could be going through a little bit of a tough situation where you feel very dispirited about your dreams, about your purpose. And that is why this prayers and wishes cards is here as well as, dive into your passions. It's reminding you to go after your purpose. Don't be dispirited.
Oh my God. Okay. So she's saying that it's kind of a trip because in the book, literally, it says patchouli's guidance. Don't give up. Even though you may feel that your life has no meaning or direction, I am here to change your outlook and remind you that having a purpose enables you to live life to the fullest. So seize the day and embrace your ideas to achieve your goals and reignite your passion.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Holy shit. Give into passion. Okay. Oh my God. I shall give you good reasons to get up in the mornings. Oh my
That's
God.
what that is.
Holy shit. Use me in meditation as I transport your mind to far off magical places with just one sniff of my musky and exotic scent. And boy, is it. My potency will evoke nostalgic memories for your soul to awaken and remind you of why you are here on this beautiful planet at this time. Anoint your doors and windows with my oil as a magical defense to repel negative influences, and use me in spells and rituals to attain the spiritual growth and mastery of self that you've been seeking. Okay, I know some of you, I don't know if you've all smelt patchouli. Maybe some of you don't like it, but I freaking love
it
it.
too.
Oh my God.
It's one of my favorite
It's
smells.
a hot smell. I love it. So, it's very sensual. So definitely look into using the patchouli, and they actually they recommend, using it as, this is funny. They're talking about using it as a foot cream, using it, in coconut oil, almond oil. And, you basically make a cream out of it and then use it, in your feet. I mean, the feet have tons of pressure points. And if you follow reflexology and stuff, literally there are pressure points and stuff in your feet that attached to your whole entire body. So use it that way. That would be kind of cool. And then it's talking in here about how King Tut had 10 gallons of patchouli oil buried with him in his tomb. The ancient Romans used it as an appetite stimulant. Napoleon obtained patchouli cashmeres from his vast travels in Egypt and brought them back to France. Patchouli was known as the hippie perfume in the 60s and the 70s, man. No, but seriously, that's kind of a trip that it's talking about that, Egyptians use this hardcore, and I am obsessed with patchouli, and yeah, now I know why. Because we're gonna do a video about past life stuff, and I'm gonna talk all about that. But this is cool. I mean, oh my God, that was amazing. The passion and the
Exactly.
wow.
It all lines up, and we don't look at the cards before we do the reading, and it's just every single time it somehow lines up.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. So for the St. John's wort with dispirited, it's talking about a bitter disappointment has left you disheartened.
Oh my God.
So again, maybe some of you were applying for something and it didn't go the way you expected it to. So you could be feeling again like I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of doubt around your prayers and your wishes because something didn't go exactly how you wanted it to, but it was meant to happen that way. So anyway, what it was saying is you just can't seem to shake off the blues. When optimism is discouraged, you find it hard not to feel demoralized, which has invited in a gloomy outlook as well as a few sleepless and worrisome nights. However, all is not lost. When your hope has been shattered and you're feeling downright miserable, just reach for my bright yellow flowers to restore your former sunny disposition. The effectiveness of my antidepressant properties will cheer you up in no time, and soon your natural sparkle will return to you in full. As I spirit away any feelings of guilt and lack of self-worth, take care not to tread on me, or a fairy horse may steal you away. Drink me as a tea to soothe rheumatism, neuralgia, and the symptoms of menopause, or place me in the garden. I'll attract the bees to color up your life as you begin to blossom again.
Okay, I looked up the Beltane card for you guys because I'm telling you, the synchronicities lately have been off the effing
really
hook.
has been
Okay,
strange.
it's been so freaking just unbelievable, crazy. I mean, I'll say something or I'll do something and then boom, I'll hear it like the exact thing I just said in a lyric of a song. I was talking to her this morning about something and boom, there it is on Instagram. When she opened, she screamed.
I freaked out.
It was so freaking crazy. But anyways, listen to this, guys. This card says, explore your sexuality. Your ideas are coming into fruition. Do what you feel passionate about. There it is again. Taking action will bring about desired results. Participate in a firewalk. Time to celebrate. And this happens on May 1st, okay? And then it goes on to say in here, in the description part, that This marks a very fertile time for you. A new idea or project can now be fulfilled. Your creative power is stirring within, ready to be birthed. Success will follow as you draw upon the gifts that the element of fire offers, whose rights are honored throughout the festival of Beltane. Passion, desire, confidence, and strength accompany you as you take appropriate action towards your dreams and goals. And look at this. Give in to passion, all right? And didn't I say this was like all fiery, right? Okay, you've got salamanders, and it's literally talking about this, fire at Beltane. I mean, my God.
It's just all lining up right here.
Yeah, it is.
So for the next cards we have, oh my God.
Oh, no way,
Look at
you
that.
guys.
Do some of you play the violin,
I mean,
perhaps?
seriously, are you guys play strings instruments? Comment below. I totally want to know this.
But this is saying the monster within. Internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. So again, I feel like some of you went through some sort of challenge when it comes to your work, when it comes to your passions, whatever it may be, your school, and it's been, it can bring you down or make you feel depressed because, again, maybe you were performing and you made a mistake or something. And it's like, don't beat yourself over something like that. Okay, there's always more time to improve. You're always still learning. You never stop learning. And so next up, we also have solitude with alone but not lonely. And we have the kitsune with I will show you to whom to trust. So that could be also a possible message here with that Two of Bats. Maybe you're trying to make a decision about who to trust in a certain situation. But let's go ahead and dive more specific into these three cards and see what they have to say. So for the monster within, let's see, this is card 25, and it's really talking about know your own faults and flaws can give us the tools to transform them into strengths. So these particular cards have a blessing and a curse side. I'm going to go ahead and read both. And so for the curse side of this, it's talking about unable to find the good in your own mistakes, blind to the potential for change, defining yourself only in negative terms. So if you begin to practice discipline each day and create new ways of dealing with frustrations and difficulties, you will find your so-called negative traits can be reshaped and who you are will be redefined. Changing yourself is a great purpose. This is yours at this time. And weren't we talking about transformation here with this particular card? It's funny. It is this particular card that we see that. Again, I feel like some of you have some sort of talent or gift that, and it's a passion of yours that you're trying to maybe even make a career for yourself. And it's just, you might have had a lot of hiccups, a lot of challenges in striving forward more.
You're going to be fine.
Exactly.
You're going to be fine. I feel like that. I honestly, I wish I could just like hug you so bad right now. That's like what I feel like. I need to hug this person so bad. They need a hug. I think that you're being really hard on yourself for some of you. I definitely feel that. And believe me, I feel your pain. I totally understand because I'm really damn hard on myself. But I feel like you're like an incredibly sensitive, kind person, and you've got it. You've got it within you. You just need to believe in yourself a little harder, okay?
What was coming to my mind was like, being too much of a perfectionist, and knowing that you already have achieved your own perfection, okay? Perfection is whatever you define it as for yourself. Don't sort of go off a standard that somebody else has set for that because that's not meant for you.
Yeah.
And so with this solitude card, this is talking about introspection is key now. Take time away from others. The answers are within you. Explore the concepts of self-nurture, self-value, and self-truth. Are you treating yourself gently? Or are you rough and impatient with yourself? Again, a lot of this has to do with impatience. You're going at your own correct speed. Don't get too ahead of yourself yet. Just because you haven't achieved the same success as maybe some of your peers or somebody else that you're admiring, it's like you didn't see what that person had to go through on their own journey. You are perfectly at pace for what you're meant to be doing. And so, solitude isn't loneliness. It's an opportunity to pause and allow the entire serene universe to wrap its arms around you. It's when you have the space to be hugged by life. The butterfly kisses, the maiden shoulders, a tender reminder that after a period of darkness, a cocooning of the senses, a glorious winged creature emerges from the chrysalis and is free to explore and delight in herself and others. A new leaf shoots from her thumb. In others, a new leaf, in yoga, the thumb represents fire and universal consciousness. From periods of quiet solitude, fresh inspiration and motivation can emerge.
Jesus.
A lot of fire energy just keeps popping up in this.
Kitsune, I mean, oh my God, I'm obsessed with Kitsune right now, okay?
So with this particular card, it's talking about, I will show you to whom to trust. So, trust me, people say, over here they beckon. I love you, others croon. But who of all of these beings seeking what you possess speaks the truth? I, Kitsune, can hear their true voice, and I can see the consciousness of their plans before they have a chance to unfurl. While it can hurt to know the truth, it is best to know the heart of those who would win your trust, your love, your resources. These precious gifts are yours, must be protected. Your tender self must only be given to where you will be honored. There are some who wish to deceive and manipulate you, and yet you do not know who they are. By welcoming me in for a time, I will act as a powerful undercover agent, and I will expose the tricks and falsehoods of others. I will never advise you to be false, but I will clearly signal to you when to stay silent, whom to avoid, and situations that need not be your concern. I may appear in the guise of a helpful stranger or insightful encounter, and we have that knight.
God.
That Knight of Swords right here. That's what I feel like this definitely is representing.
What about that?
That as well. Could possibly be. I will never, let's see, where was that? I may appear in the guise of a helpful stranger or insightful encounter, or as I do here in this card. Regardless of my form, I'm your friend, and I will tell you the truth and show you where the trickster plays. So you will have a series of coincidences in which you will stumble upon information that reveals what the best action to take is.
Oh my God.
Whom you can trust in this current situation, and where the best to invest your precious energy and efforts.
There you go.
There may be a darting red gold movement seen from the corner of your eye, or a smile and shining brown eyes glimpsed through the window. Japanese themes may make their way into your life for no apparent reason. These are all signs that a kitsune is here to help you. Kitsune often assume human form. So if you have a new neighbor with a ginger cat or a golden-haired dog or a red-haired new friend suddenly appears in your life, wonder if he may be your kitsune at this current time. You will know by the being's strange behavior, sniffing the air, high alertness, startled movements, and sudden action. A kitsune will ask you lots of personal questions and prod and provoke your boundaries. For the time, this kitsune is assigned to you, and it is unlikely
Red hair.
Oh my God, look at that. And it is unlikely that it is for your lifetime. She will be true to you in all ways. Kitsune are often the go-betweens connecting the Great Spirit and those of us here in this realm. They are delightful, evasive, shy, friendly, and full of mischief, and they will protect you by sharing the secrets they overhear with you. Wow, guys. That's wild. There's definitely somebody on their way, something to help you with whatever decision or truth you're trying to find out about. That is for certain right here. And so finally, the last card we have here is Owl. Wise seeing, wise action. So let's go ahead and see what this card has to say.
Dang, I felt like that message was for me.
Exactly. Oh, where is Owl? Okay, so with the owl, this is talking about wise seeing, wise action. Silent winged and wise, all-seeing creature of the night, show me the way, I will follow your flight. So, should the hooting owl come looking for you this Halloween, it indicates the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. There you guys go. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively.
Oh my God.
Wow, guys. So there's a big message for you guys in that. It's like whatever you're trying to make a decision about, it's like you need to, the information is coming, so don't make a decision right away.
And look at that. Look at this. There's wolf. There's an owl. There's a fox. And we had cats in here too, didn't we?
Yep. Cats and salamanders.
I mean, there's some powerful spirit animals here. And there's a dog. Well, there's a wolf too. So, wow. Oh my God. And doves.
That is crazy, guys.
And butterflies.
How this all lined up.
I know. It's so rad. I like this group.
So whatever, I feel like for a lot of you, whatever question that's been on your mind, whatever the situation is, it's like there's somebody or something is going to, reveal some answers to you. It's just a matter of having patience and, taking your time, being gentle with yourself, not trying to rush ahead in a certain situation or, be down on yourself. Like you just need, again, that message of introspection, take more time, do more practice, and make sure you're keeping your prayers and wishes alive. I also feel like pay a lot of attention possibly for gold coins. I feel like that might be something significant for you guys,
or
as
silver.
Well. Definitely
Dragonflies
coins
too.
So with that said, I think that is everything we're seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated for you guys, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And again, if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, please do also check out the description for all of that information. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Have a great Halloween.
Yes.
All right. For those of you who picked pile 2 with the pop rocks, please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that is because I'm joined by my Pisces twin.
Hi, guys.
And so let's go ahead and jump into what your cards have to say about what sort of trick or treat is coming your way. So we have the 9 of Pumpkins, or the 9 of Pentacles. We also have the King of Pentacles.
Oh my God, there's so much earth energy. There was even earth energy in the last pile.
We have the Chariot, first major arcana for this reading. We also have the 2 of Pumpkins coming up, and we have the 7 of Swords. Ooh.
Ew.
Ew. Okay.
There's some shady ass shit going on right here with this card.
Yeah,
okay, I'm just gonna say it.
But I think there's definitely a lot of movement coming for you soon. And there's a decision to be made. Obviously, with something like the 2.
Balance.
Yep.
Okay. I am uploading a video from my channel, literally. This seems to be the freaking theme for the end of this year. And everything that I'm doing and all the readings I'm doing is balance. And maybe there's a reason for that, because I feel like coming up in 2020, that's going to become very critical for all of us to keep our shit together and stay balanced, okay? And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a very good thing.
Even the Chariot has to do about balance, because it's balancing, different polarities, the negative and the positive, and
masculine and feminine.
Yep. All of that is definitely coming through. And I feel like that's what kind of this 7 of Swords has to do about, is talking about imbalance, not taking responsibility, or, ignoring certain aspects of yourself, thinking that they'll just go away if you kind of like run away from them, something along those lines. The 7 of Swords usually refers to somebody who's pretty shady, somebody who's maybe like a thief, or they're trying to steal away with something or get away with something, but they get caught.
Okay. And this is just for a select few of you. Okay. For what I'm about to say, I'm like looking at this. She's looking at his direction. His eyes are closed, but he's looking this way. I feel like for some of you, possibly, this is like a situation with a relationship in where you're trying to get somebody's attention, but they're not paying attention back to you. Okay? Because they're not seeing you for who you are yet.
And you have a lot of good things happening for you here, because the 9 of Pentacles is all about self-sufficiency, it's independence, it's success in your career and your life in general. And so I feel like for you guys, if that is the situation, it's like, if this person isn't going to realize your worth, or, reciprocate your feelings, they're not really worth your time, because again, you have too much, movement and action available to you that you don't even need to worry about.
Or this is like a warning of, making sure that you're balanced in order to get this person's attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep that, work, play. I literally was just saying this.
Yeah.
And the thing I did, work and play, divine masculine, divine feminine, sleep and partying. You need to always have like,
Healthy
a
balance.
Be lagom, as the Swedish say, not too much, not too little, just right. Like friggin' Goldilocks. Okay.
And so, yeah, this could definitely, for some of you, be related to a work situation because we have 3 pentacles appearing here. But again, it's going back to that message of overall balance. So let's go ahead and see what other cards we have here. So we have card Earth.
Are you serious?
Look at all this Earth energy with grounding. Then we also have awakening here.
Oh my gosh.
And we have, oh my god, hand fasting.
God, this is so weird. This is like the last pile.
Lots of similarities and synchronicities pop
up. You guys, I'm telling you, and this goes for every, like, I listen to tarot readers too. Okay,
Same.
And everything that I've been hearing for the last like couple months is like, oh, springtime is a really important time, and oh my God, there's some magic stuff, and all this, manifestation is coming into play, and it'll be in the springtime and whatnot. And lately, all the stuff I've been pulling for people is saying the same exact message. So what is it about 2020? I'm telling you, there's something happening in spring that's gonna like get all of us real damn high on life. I feel like, it's just going to be amazeballs, whatever it is that's happening.
And so it's important with that for you guys to start doing the work of grounding yourself, doing grounding practices, meditations, whatever it is. I also feel like for some of you, for, a select few of you, this situation has to do with maybe you're feeling kind of imbalanced or stressed out because you're trying to plan for a wedding or some sort of union like that, and so you're kind of being overwhelmed. But again, it's a message here to find the balance and sort of, I feel like, equalize the responsibilities here. Somebody is not taking enough responsibility in the planning or the situation, and so the work needs to be divided equally.
This is literally talking about, for the Earth card, it's talking about connection with the element of Earth is required to bring substance to your spell work. Spend time outside, barefooted, and getting your hands dirty. Take up gardening. Hug or sit beneath a favorite tree. Engage in a project that requires solid groundwork. And it's talking about that, the pentacle represents the Earth element. This element forms the blood and the bones of our physical bodies, and so from the earth we come and will one day return. When we connect with the element of earth, we manifest the growth of physical matter and fertility, grounding and stability. Security, shelter, and food are gifted from the earth, which is our foundation, our mother. So definitely, it literally is talking about grounding yourself right here on the top. Give yourself some time to go into nature, allow the earth to restore you, draw upon her gifts. Soon you shall have all the endurance and strength that you require in order to move forward.
Awakening.
And literally, like this card.
And also, look in this card. It's like we have 2 lambs right here. So I definitely feel like for some of you, this has to do with commitment or a relationship of some sort.
And then the hand fasting card, it says, prepare for a hand fasting ceremony. Commit to a relationship. Commit yourself in service to spirit through vows of dedication. The union of a partnership brings great blessings. Make a promise to always be true to yourself. Love is the answer. So this isn't just about a relationship with somebody. It's also about being true to yourself and loving yourself first. And what song comes into my mind is Soulmate by Lizzo. You have to love yourself alone, by yourself first, before you can truly give yourself 100% spiritually to somebody else.
And that's so what this 9 of Pentacles has to do about. This is about loving yourself and being your own independent person. Also, when it's talking about the hand fasting with partnerships, the King of Pumpkins, and especially a work situation, is a fantastic partner to work with. So that could be something that is manifesting for you guys, but it has to start with you first.
So in the hand fasting, it says, hand fasting comes as a blessed omen, for it indicates the union of yourself and your beloved. Love is in the air, so get ready to tie the knot and jump over the broomstick, as tradition dictates. Union announces a betrothal in acknowledgement of your readiness to make a sacred commitment to yourself, to promise to love, cherish, and honor all of who you are, and to never betray yourself in favor of another, including what you hold dear or believe. Union also declares your marriage to spirit and invites you to humbly come before the Lord and Lady to declare your undying love and dedication to their service. This is a time of pledges, promise, and vows to declare your love for a year and a day. or for as long as love lasts, to whom you wish to be joined in sacred union. What the heck?
And so also, what was it that I was seeing? I was thinking something about the Seven of Swords. This was talking about being true to yourself and, honoring who you are. Again, that could be part of this situation right here with the Seven of Swords appearing. It's like not honoring yourself enough or not taking enough responsibility for who you truly are, or dealing with somebody who isn't appreciating you in that way.
And then with the Imbolc card here, it's talking about this is a time of new growth. A good time to purify your thoughts, actions, and diet. This is a great time to seed fresh ideas. Become in tune with your body's cycles. Dream big. Draw on your maiden aspect of the triple goddess. Wake up. So, it's talking about, this is the first signs of springs are celebrated on this day of the goddess Bridget. This is a festival of hearth and home and the onset of the lambing season and blooming of the blackthorn. Visits to holy wells with gifts and offerings of milk and cloths hung on yew trees mark this time of renewal, a traditional time to spring clean, observe weather, divination, omens, and signs. So, and it's talking about new desires are presenting themselves to you as you awaken to opportunities that were once unfamiliar to you. These beckon to you now to explore as you become more in tune with the magic and the mystery of nature. As you become aware of this awakening, you will begin to notice synchronicities, such as chance meetings with like-minded people or animals that cross your path. The ancient mystics work with this cycle of nature and recognize that when we operate in this way, we receive all that we need to survive abundantly. Everything that you are feeling is entirely natural. Your wishes and desires to powerfully evolve and to live as your authentic self have brought about these changes in you. Imbolc Room opens new doorways for you, and what no longer serves you will fall away naturally. This is an auspicious time, for you are becoming truly alive and awakening the true witch within, who now stirs in a deep sorrow. This is cool. Okay,
this is definitely a good message.
I mean, obviously, it's repeating the nature message. Mm-hmm. So I feel like a lot of you just need to go and be out in nature and ground yourself.
I also want to mention, with this particular pile, we pulled 3 of a lot of cards here. So I feel like for some...
5.
5 for all of the piles. So no matter what, the whole overall message here for everybody has to do with change and transformation. But for your pile in particular, we pulled 3 of so many of these cards. So 333 might be a very significant number for you guys. And so moving into more of your oracle cards, we have meditation for creativity. We also have cumin with faithfulness.
Oh, wow.
And we have honey with ambrosia, which is the food of the gods.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Meditation for creativity. Well, obviously, I think some of the people who are listening to this message are definitely artists, or they work in, the arts of some sort, for sure. I'm definitely seeing that for, definitely. Which, if you're an artist at all, getting outdoors and being out in nature is actually very inspiring. Okay. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you're a musician and, a painter, a graphic artist, whatever, getting outside and refreshing your, aura, grounding yourself with, Gaia is a really good idea.
It's so interesting to be at the hand fasting here with union, and then we have faithfulness right here. So again, I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with this kind of situation, or you're manifesting somebody who is more faithful. So with this particular meditation for creativity card, it's talking about creativity can be thought of as fire of the spirit. It comes to each of us in different forms. Some people might enjoy creativity in more obvious artistic directions, such as writing, painting, or crafting. Others might excel at creative problem solving or making their surroundings look beautiful. You can create in an art studio or in a kitchen. And I was funny because I was feeling, some of you really love food or like cooking or something like that. So some of that might resonate for you guys. I feel like maybe you're using these kind of ingredients a lot.
Well, and cooking is very creative, so that's the culinary arts.
Yeah. Or even in an office. The only limits are the ones we put on ourselves. Not everyone has the inclination or talent to do everything, but we all have something we make with a combination of mind, heart, hands, and spirit. If you haven't figured out what your creative gift is, go out and discover it today. So this is a call for you guys to get more creative. Explore your creative side, however it might express itself. No way is a wrong way.
I feel like also like for some of you, because remember I was talking about loving yourself and stuff first before you can have like a union or something, you know, that having that balance between divine feminine is really, I feel like really, really important for you guys. But I feel like you might be self-sabotaging yourself and, you know, maybe just being too hard on yourself and not loving yourself enough. Because literally it says for the cumin card, it says a seed of doubt has entered your mind and you've been questioning someone's loyalty. As you look for signs of unfaithfulness, you too are reminded of a pledge you've made. Promises of fidelity and secret pacts rise to the surface, and your attention is drawn to a long-standing relationship. Fears of infidelity have risen, and violation of a contract causes emotional upheaval. Do not despair, for I am loyal. My power guards against theft. Oh my God.
And that's what
this
that's
card
about.
is about. Hold on. Theft of any kind, including of your heart. Sprinkle me on any dish for an earthy flavor that will keep you grounded as I protect you from deceit. Put my seeds in bread and feed me to a lover to keep love faithful and ensure that obligations are fulfilled. Loyalty and devotion are essential. My faithful friend, as you are reminded to be true to yourself and your magical beliefs. And look at this right here. Maybe you're questioning this person. Maybe that's what's going on here too for some of you. You know, you're like wondering, hey, are they legit or whatever, you know? And I think that when you constantly are doubting somebody or you're constantly like putting that out there, you're asking for that energy to come to you. So I feel that time and the truth always reveals itself no matter what. And I mean, this is a message. It comes as a warning to everyone on earth. The truth always reveals itself. It always comes out. So everybody needs to be thinking very carefully about their choices, their decisions, and what they do. Because in the end, everybody, you know, if you try to lie or deceive somebody, it's going to come out one way or another. Okay. It'll always, you know, rear its head. So always be honest, always be loyal, be good. Okay. So for honey, it's talking about allow me to add a little sweetness to your life as I help you out of the sticky situation you've fallen into. I am food for the gods, the celestial nectar who has been worshipped for thousands of years by almost every culture for my amber-hued delights. Drizzle me over baked goods or stir me into a hot drink to eliminate the bitter taste you've experienced lately. Keep going. Your hard work will pay off, just like the honeybee who works tirelessly. My golden liquid has graced royal tables from breakfast to dinner in the forms of honey and mead. Time for a little honey magic as you add me to spells. My potency magnifies results. My cleansing, healing, and antiseptic powers are immortal, and I guarantee the longevity of your success as you taste ambrosia. Wow. So, and then I just want to read this because I think it's kind of cool. Honey has been known as the nectar of the gods. Fossils of honeybees have been found dating back 150 million years. Egyptian hieroglyphics feature the bee as symbols of royalty. The Greeks baked honey cakes as offerings to the gods. The bee is a symbol of the goddess Artemis. The Romans used honey to heal their wounds after battles. I personally, I mean, if I feel like crap or something, I love to put honey in mugwort tea. Mm-hmm, it actually kind of like boosts the properties of it supposedly. So I would definitely try that a little bit on yourself. But I feel like you need to be sweeter to yourself in this situation. Whatever's going on here, be sweet and kind to yourself.
And so next up, the next three cards we have here is Love Conquers All.
Holy shit.
Enduring loyalty, eternal love, and lasting commitment.
Oh my God.
We then have Transgression with flaws, contradictions, mistake.
Ooh,
and then we have Faith, trust, unwavering, confidence.
Oh my God. Look at this. Faithfulness,
wow.
Faith. And then it was talking about loyalty on this one, right? And that's what I was just reading to you guys. See, the synchronicities are abound.
I feel like for some of you, again, this is for a very specific, select few of you. Maybe you're in a relationship and somebody made a mistake or they were unfaithful and it's caused you to, you're in a time right now of kind of limbo where you're trying to make a decision about what to do next in this, if you're going to choose to trust this person again or, if they're going to stay faithful, something along those lines. Again, that's for a very small amount of you. But with this love conquers all, I'm going to go ahead with these particular cards. There's a blessing side and a curse side. I'm going to read both. And so here it says, love is a miraculous state, and some lovers are so powerful that destinies change and lives are remade within the crucible of its fires. The curse side of it is a belief that love is powerless when it comes to difficulties, or that it fades, its light dims. Love can be renewed, reignited, and enduring. Open your heart to the power of love. Know that it's a powerful force and give it a place of honor in your life, your home, your work. Love is all there is. Work and live from the place where love dwells within you, and your life will be sublime.
Wow.
So next we have faith here, with card 36 saying, for the blessing side, your faith returns and you feel a true connection and comfort in your choices and plans. They are supported by the energy of the universe. The curse side of it is feeling jaded and hurt by what you have learned. You have lost some of your enthusiasm and innocence. If you have lost faith in a person, project, or humanity itself, it is time to examine the source of the faith. Know that it can be revived, and at this time, you may choose where you place this most beautiful and tender of faiths.
I feel like for some of you, this is an unrequited love situation too, okay? And I feel also for a select few of you, somebody actually took your loved one away from you, or they're trying to come in and swoop them away, okay? You need to have, for that group, I feel like you need to have faith in your person that they're going to stay loyal to you.
Yeah.
And if you be watching, but don't be overbearing with like being accusatory to them, okay? I feel like just wait and watch. Like I said, the truth always comes out, okay?
And so with transgression here, with flaws, contradictions, and mistakes, the blessing side is when we go against our integrity, our soul will let us know. And if we continue to deny that inner voice, the universe will show us where we are going wrong. The curse side is crowding out our inner voice, continuing down a path that we know is against the truth of our soul, breaking universal laws. And so make amends, take stock, assess and redirect, and come back into harmony with the voice of your soul. So this is about, again, clear out, I feel like, any sort of doubt or kind of poisonous thoughts that you might be holding on to. Release that. Again, if you've made mistakes in the past, or you're being too harsh about your own flaws or something, it's time to let that go.
Yeah.
And so next up we have card 17 with commune with the source, and this card is literally all about communing with nature, going out and connecting with trees, being in that space so that you can through that connect with your source and connect with your own soul again. And so the next cards we also have are the butterfly ferrets, I am reborn, card 5, bats in the belfry with you can achieve great things, and finally, oh my god, are you kidding me right now?
Wow. Artemis of the forest. Hello.
Oh my god, you are now independent and free, and that's with the 9 of Pentacles here. So maybe for some of you got out of
because you're your own soulmate.
Yep. You got out of a bad situation, and you're now free to pursue what you truly want to.
Oh my god.
And so with card 5, let's go ahead and talk about that one with I am reborn. So talking about you have changed and are at a very new stage with very little experience. While the butterfly ferrets celebrate you and your transformation, they are watchful. So they send you these aware young ones to keep safe your brother's borders while you find your feet, shake off the shock of birth, and set your new direction. You will be protected at your most vulnerable. You will not turn back. You cannot go back to the womb. You cannot go back to sleep. You cannot be as you were because you withstood the tomb of the cocoon and have resurrected in this lifetime. You are beloved, and the butterfly ferrets celebrate who you have become. So again, for some of you, you've come out of I feel like a great, revelation. You found out the truth about something and it left you very shocked, but now, you can begin again.
I feel like you've gotten really strong from this situation. I feel like I want to go buy you a drink.
Yeah.
And let's go party. Because I don't, I'm getting this incredible, like, intense, like, oh yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna freaking do my thing, live my life, I am awesome, and you can kiss my ass. That's like what I'm getting off
Exactly.
that. It's just, oh wow, I feel like that's how some of you are, and it's just, I think it's badass. I love it.
And so for the bats in the belfry, this is talking about through the choices you've managed to actively show that it is possible to do what others once insisted could not be done.
Oh my God, see?
You have clearly shown that the miracle that is your life is a result of the decisions you made to no longer be limited by fear and conditioning. You have been so very brave. The choices before you now are expansive. Don't become too lightheaded. Consult yourself and heed the advice of others who have broken free and are flying high. Take the advice of those who have dared to achieve their dreams, not those who suggest you stay safe by never daring to dream at all. Wow. And so the final card right here that we have is card 32. Let's see what this is talking about. So this is talking about, it's time for you to go back to basics for a time, to test yourself against nature's demands, to go without the luxuries and the support you believe you needed to survive. You are about to discover you can take care of yourself and yet remain as true as the hound, as gentle and alert as the deer, and as wild and free as Artemis herself. You must take up the silver arrows and silver bow of the huntress, keep them clean and sharp, waste nothing, and watch to know what to do next. Your senses, wiles, and knowledge of the forest will keep you alive at this time. You must address the very fundamental things of your life. Look at who or what provides them and take steps to cultivate those relationships. Water, food, shelter, healing. You will become the huntress for a time, and this is an empowering, liberating thing.
Yes.
Once this is done, you shall be protected and cared for by the perfect protector and provider who is inspired and delighted by your independence and strength.
See?
Wow.
I'm serious. It's like, let's go run wild in the woods. Okay? That's like what I'm getting off this. It's just, it's so empowering. It's fucking amazing. I love this. It's like, wow. My God.
It's all about embracing your power.
Fierceness. Fierce.
And so the final card we have here is scrying with intuition. And so this is really about, you know, if you regularly meditate, you may wish to use, you know, those techniques or otherwise in your scrying to sort of engage with that, because it's all about literally the act of scrying with this card of, you know, getting into a space, whether it's out in nature or whatever it may be, using, you know, a crystal ball, you know, a black mirror, water, whatever it may be, and just sitting there unfocused and allowing to receive. That is what this is all about. It's not about forcing a message to come through or letting your logical mind kind of interfere and tell you what it's supposed to be. It's just about literally letting the thoughts or the images come through and receiving.
Yeah.
Be receptive. You know, should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It always indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and to not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. Again, talking about balance here, the logical with the intuitive side. So that is a big message for you guys as well. You might want to pick up and start working on scrying if you haven't already.
There's a tip for that. Yeah, you cannot force this at all, okay? And this is something that is so difficult to do. And it's like, I mean, I've always had, you know, my abilities and stuff, like since I was very, very small. But as you age and you grow up and you go through, you know, teen years and all this stuff, you put that kind of stuff on the back burner sometimes, and you just like, you know, forget about it or whatever, and you slough it aside. You don't listen to your intuition, and then you end up hurt or whatever. And then something happened to me the beginning of this year that just shoved it into overdrive, like so hard. And what I did was I literally just like sacrificed myself over. And I was like, I'm not going to try to control shit anymore. I'm not going to try to force this or force this to happen or whatever. I just completely gave up. Okay. Not in a negative way, in a good way. Okay. I literally like handed myself over to the universe, and I was like, do with me what you will. Okay. completely changed my life. It was fucking awesome. And when you do that, when you go to scry, it's kind of like you got to do that. You got to just chill the fuck out. Just sit there, meditate, get very, very calm and very clear. And do not try to force anything. Just whatever comes. There's your message. If you try to force and say, why aren't you giving me this? Or why aren't I getting any messages? You're not going to get shit. Okay? You have to completely blank out your freaking mind and just let the universe have you and just see what comes. It's pretty amazing.
It's like if you have a specific question in mind that you're trying to find an answer, you right before you even start scrying, you need to send out that question out to the universe. But again, whatever comes through is whatever the universe wants to tell you at that time, whether you feel like it's related to your question or not. It could be related, but it's not going to apply or it's not going to make sense until much later on down the road.
Definitely.
Also with scrying, you want to make sure that you're in a space where you have completely minimized all kind of distractions, music, anything that can break your focus in that way. So it's a really, I think it's a good practice to use and to, work on that focus and getting centered.
And you have to accept whatever messages you get. Because sometimes it's not what you want to hear. Well, too bad, because this is what's best for your highest good. Sometimes you won't hear anything at all because you're not ready for that message yet. You still got to go on and do your thing and just go a little further. Then one day, all of a sudden, you'll just be sitting there and boom, the message is going to come in and you're just going to be, holy shit. I mean, it'll come in like a wrecking ball, okay? It's just like, what? So definitely, I highly recommend trying this. I like to... there's different ways to do it. It's so easy, and it's like anybody can do it when you have like a bowl of water. Go outside under the moonlight and do it and have the moon reflecting in there. That's a good thing. Or a candle. That works too. You could do it indoors, whatever. I mean, you could scry into a candle. Like literally, there's candles here.
You can use anything for scrying. It's more so with this card telling you about the practice itself and to start engaging and using it. So that's kind of like your little homework from this reading for you guys. But I think with that said, that is everything we're seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, all that info is down in the description as well. So we will see you guys in the next one and have an awesome Halloween.
Love you guys. Bye.
For those of you who picked pile 3 with the M&Ms, let's go ahead and dive into your cards. But please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces twin. So let's see what your trick or treat is. Oh boy.
We both are like, oh boy.
We got the 3 of Swords. We also have the 4 of Cups. Wow.
Damn.
We have the Star. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Swords. Okay.
I think something rocky, but then something's good.
Yeah, you're going through you're either going through some sort of heartbreak or a loss, or you're still getting over a heartbreak or a loss. You're still in this situation where you're feeling lack, because again, with this 4 of Cups, this is all about kind of being dissatisfied with the things around you and not realizing there's a greater opportunity right there trying to, reach out its hand to you, especially here. I feel like there's also, with this particular one, it's like you might just be feeling very like against the world right now, while everybody else is like joyous and like having a good time, and they're trying to get you to have a good time. They're trying to comfort you, but you're kind of, again, you're rejecting that because maybe you've experienced some rejection. So it's like you're rejecting everything else. But then we have the Star here,
which is never a bad card.
No, this is like you healing from this. Some sort of, I'm feeling divine intervention is going to wake you up to the truth of things and get you back on your path to learning, to discovering again, and also healing it within family situations here.
So this could be a family situation, this could be a friend situation, or this could be a love situation. Definitely.
Or work.
Yeah. But I feel this definitely has to do with relationships.
Yeah, it's all about relationships right here.
So I think we should delve a little deeper to figure this out a little bit more.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So we have the Herbal Kitchen with Alchemist. We then have listening to wisdom.
Oh my gosh. And that's what like the star card you were like mentioning.
And we also have I see the minute I set out, I didn't say it, but when I set out this, Page of Swords, I always think, oh, shit talker, when on the negative side with the Page of Swords. And now we have the gossip card.
No way.
So there might be a situation where it's like you've been buying into somebody's gossip, or
they've been talking shit about you.
Yeah, and it's gone to you, but that's only one person's opinion. Then we have bay leaves with abundance,
which is the 10 of Pentacles is all about like abundance too. So I think that whoever was like talking the trash or whatever, you're going to come out on top of this, and they're going to, people are going to see.
I even feel like with this particular, just the image in this 10 of Pentacles, it's like, it looks like somebody who's like playing a trick, dangling at like, this opportunity in front of somebody else who can't see it. So again, like somebody who isn't being 100% truthful with their words and might be trying to lead you astray. Again, that's not the traditional meaning of the 10 of Pentacles at all, but just from that image, that is what I'm getting off of it.
So with this herbal kitchen card, I pulled this like in one of my last readings. Herbal kitchen is confirming that you indeed are a natural kitchen witch. You have a strong connection with the element of earth, which is abundance, and this 10 of Pentacles, okay? And of course, the plant kingdom. You're being called to step up and take your alchemistical abilities to the next level. Draw on your inner wisdom to work with plants and herbs to assist you in your spell work, like bay leaves. Bay leaves are very powerful and really good for manifesting, in particular, monetary things and wealth, okay? Drawing your inner wisdom to work plants. Okay, looking at making alternative or natural remedies and healing sprays, as well as delicious meals that you can tempt your family and friends with. The kitchen is where you belong and feel the most at home. Cook up a storm. So literally, it's saying that your ability to work with plants and herbs hails from a past life. Invest in studying plants. Your body may be giving you signals to eat a plant-based diet. Write a book of natural remedies for ailments. Pursue your dreams to cook. So maybe some of you, that's like, wasn't this coming up with the last pile too? Like, wasn't there
a little bit
something like that as well?
But so jumping straight to this gossip card right here, it literally is saying whispers behind your back or a hushed silence when you enter a room indicates that you are the topic of conversation. While there's no harm in having a good old chinwag with friends, bound-mouthing someone's private business should be avoided. You are no stranger to juicy gossip yourself. He said this and she said that. It's just tittle-tattle. My antibacterial properties are powerful enough to wash any gossip monger's mouth out. Be watchful of who you share intimate details with and play your cards close to your chest at this time. It's vital to keep your reputation in high regard, and so I will assist in purifying and raising your vibration and protect you from any smear campaigns. Wow. Burn me with a red candle to put a stop to any gossip that is affecting you now, or to prevent and protect you from slander in the future. So yeah, for a lot of you, you might be dealing with a situation like that. That could be in a work situation, at school, even within family. It's like...
Well, this is kind of funny what this card is saying right here. Literally, like the divination portion of this card, I'm going to read this other part as well. But it's like, it says this card is telling you you're missing something. Whether it is someone close to you, the gods, or just your own inner wisdom trying to tell you something important. With or without putting it into words. It's time to shut up and listen. It's literally telling you to keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
Okay? So maybe some of you are getting pulled into these intrigues with somebody else. I think it could fuck up your career and really screw up a relationship if you are not careful with who you associate with and what is, don't take part in that. I also feel like somebody could be screwing you with some of you. Somebody is screwing with you in this manner. Don't say a word. Like, just let them play out their own you know, what is it, the saying that you give them some rope and see how much it takes to hang themselves, kind of thing, you know?
Haven't heard that.
You know, it's like, yeah, you know, let them hang themselves, because that's what's going to freaking happen here,
I feel like
think.
the message right here, it's like, this is kind of dealing with the situation that you might be affecting, and this is what you need to, you know, put your actual focus towards. You know, screw what anybody else is saying, or what drama they're trying to draw you into, or trying to inject you into their drama. It's like, you need to focus on your own abundance, on your own magic, and again, kind of like what my twin is saying, let them hang themselves, essentially.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a part of that drama.
You know, and then in the rest of the card, it's like saying, you know, it can be hard to hear anything above the constant hum and buzz of everyday life, but sometimes you have to take time and be quiet and listen. Really listen. Maybe the universe or the gods have been trying to tell you something and you haven't been able to hear it. Maybe it is your own inner wisdom that is crying out to be heard. How will you know if you don't take the time to listen? So this is a warning to definitely be listening, paying attention. What's going on around you here? Okay? Open your eyes, wake up, pay attention, keep your mouth closed, and watch. Okay?
I feel like for some of you, it might be that people are even trying to make you feel bad because of your own abundance, because they're jealous of it. Because literally with the bay leaves, it's the little like poem that it has in this card is saying, don't give up or give in. Being rich is not a sin. Accept all gifts that come your way. Abundance is yours, now here to stay. This magic is work with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. This card is all about, you know, you are not going without unnecessarily for too long now. You've been going without unnecessarily for too long now. Your cries for prosperity have been heard, so please don't give up on all that you have worked for. All you need to do is accept that an abundance of prosperity is your birthright, and work a little magic. And so work with, you know, the bay leaves to achieve that.
I'm getting a message here for some of you, definitely, is that I feel like some of you, this is a family situation where you're making some headway here, and you're like bringing in a lot of wealth for yourself and some abundance, and things are going really good for you personally. But there is a family member who's totally trying to make you feel like dog shit because of the way you're going about making your money. Maybe they think it's not good enough. Maybe they wanted you to be a doctor. Maybe they wanted you to be a lawyer, but you're like, fuck that shit. That's not who I am.
You followed your own star.
They don't accept you for who you are. The way that they are, there's nothing you can do about them. Okay, about what they think of you. Okay. This is what I wish people would understand more. Is like, you cannot control other people. You cannot control what they think. You cannot control what they say, but you can control how you deal with it. Okay? Don't give them your power. Don't give them your energy. I know it's like heartbreaking, and it sucks so hard when somebody you love and you care about and your family makes you feel like crap because of who you are. You know, sometimes you just have to walk away. Let time be a wound healer here. Let it just, like, you know, heal, because over time that person's eventually going to pull their head out of their ass, okay? Or you're going to mature enough to the point where you can deal with them and you just know how to deal with them the right way. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants peace in their family. Everybody wants that, okay? But sometimes we don't always get it the way we want it. So just keep on being you. Don't let anybody take away what you're good at or what you're talented at. And
on that note, let's check out the next card.
She's like dying over here because she looked and saw what it was.
So, we have card 23 with
Holy
free will,
shit.
Sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. Mm-hmm. Then we have card 1, make peace with your past.
Wow.
And then we have the little wolf girl. It's all right to be alone.
Oh my God. But you know what? You're not alone. You have us.
And so let's go ahead and dive into this. So with the free will card, with this particular card, there's a blessing side and a curse side. I'm going to go ahead and read both. And so for this, it's saying, you know now that to do something against the free will of another, to withhold or to convive.
Convey? What? Convive.
Yeah, convive, to take from another what they need to make a full decision is a kind of sin. And when one steals the right from another, a bond is developed between the two. Perhaps not immediately, but a reckoning will be made, and a debt will be paid.
Mercury retrograde.
You are considering how best to respect this right while achieving what it is you wish for in this lifetime. Simply respect this law, and all that comes to you will bring great blessings. The negative side is the negativity that is created when there is deliberate and thought out interference with the free will of another is not to be taken lightly. And if this we say, be prepared for the link that comes, and the day the cord of energy will suddenly tug at you. Do as you will, as the wise sages say, but harm ye none. Something will be taken, but do it for selfish reasons, for the delight in thwarting another's will, manipulate and deceive, and it will haunt you as surely as any ghoul in a decaying corpse yard. Do not allow this taint to become yours. Remind yourself of your own dreams and desires, of the purpose that is asked to be expressed through you. Activate your ability to say yes and no without guilt, without fear. It's safe and easy for you to express and act upon your free will. And so the next card we have here is this make peace with your past as well. And so this is talking about, the rower sitting in her boat can only see from where she has come as she surges forward. When this card presents itself, it's time to gain perspective and an understanding of the role your past has played in the direction you are heading today. Are you able to appreciate the beauty of where you have come from and let that guide you into the future? Or are you focused on problems, mistakes, and disappointments and letting them forge your direction? As you strike out in the pursuit of more, this card reminds you to contemplate that more is will never be meaningful and fulfilling until you truly embrace the unconditional appreciation. I'm just tripping all over my words right now.
It's Mercury retrograde, baby.
And unconditionally appreciate where you have come from in all its purifying pain and gentle glory. This is a healing card. It's time to make peace with your past. This girl emerges from her journey along a dark, stormy sea, her hair still bearing the waves she rode as she was guided into the moment by her past. She trusts her gut. The tree of her life grows from her core experience. Radiant and brave, she confidently faces an unknown future by anchoring herself in the present moment. In doing so, she embraces her life's journey without judgment. She does not regret the past nor fear its weight or legacy. She has learned to see for what it is, essentially for her growth. As you face your challenges today, embrace your past. Climb high, be brave and bold. Unconditionally, the past lifts you up. The tree of life is yours to climb. Trust it.
Wow.
And so finally, when we have the little wolf girl here, hopefully I don't trip all over my words again. So this is really talking about your changes are becoming conspicuous to others. So for now, be sure to keep the
conspicuous.
Woo!
Yeah. This pile. Tongue-tied much?
Nah. So for now, be sure to keep the changes safe while you nurture them. Now is neither the right time to proclaim them loudly, nor is it the time to be mysterious. It is wise to allow them simply to happen. Some will notice and give their support. Others will notice and give their disapproval.
Yeah.
You must learn to discern what advice is wise. Be not needful of approval and flattery or of condemnation against which to rebel. Just keep on being your true self and give yourself space and solitude. Allow the little wolf girl to show you how. Then you will know when your true self will be revealed. The changes you have made will in time seem so entirely natural, and those who are no longer meant to be in your life will depart. Do not worry. Just keep on becoming and be, for now, in the best company of all, your own.
Wow. I really feel this pile's pain. I feel like for some of you, I totally understand what you're going through. I mean, completely. It's about acceptance. And it's like, I feel like somebody's just trying to make you feel like garbage because you're kicking ass and taking names and they can't handle it. A lot of the times when people behave that way, they are doing it out of fear because they are afraid they're going to lose you. And that's on them because that's not the case, If you love someone and you care about them deeply, you're not going to, it doesn't matter, time, distance, space, it can't keep people apart when they have a true bond of love, okay? It doesn't matter. So I feel like definitely some of you are just, oh God, I just feel like I want to hug you. I've been feeling that way with all these piles. I just want to give everybody a big old fucking hug. Totally just don't let anybody make you feel bad about what you do. If you're
Or who
doing,
you are.
or yeah, because if you're doing well, you're doing it. You know, you're fucking.
They need to realize that if you're, kicking ass and you're doing well, that's also, a benefit
success
for
for
them.
them. Yes.
Because it brings joy to them too by, if they can realize that by seeing you successful, that brings them joy as well. But for some people, it's just really hard for them to realize that because, again, they're stuck in their own ego or their own narcissism or whatever their issue.
Oh, God, I hate narcissists.
It could be. So, and I feel like for a lot of you, it comes down when we're about to show these last 3 cards here. Some of you are embracing your own path as, a witch.
Hello, friend.
Exactly. You're in good company. The earthly weaver of the world. We also then have winter, the sacredness of pausing. And then we have midnight, the most magical hour of all.
Ooh,
so
let's
see what these cards have to say. The dark envelops me, the witching hour awaits, true magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. So this is talking about allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know too that it's important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this isn't something to hide from. So again, I feel like that relates back to, making peace with your past, making peace with your own inner darkness, your own shadow self in that regard. So
speaking of that, we have videos coming out that we collaborated on that are all about that.
Yes. And so then we, of course, have...
I don't know why I can't remember, okay? If somebody knows, say something. But I think midnight is actually, winter actually relates to that hour.
I think it does.
Yeah. That's really synchronous.
Yeah, it is. And so with that winter card, it's talking about, should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back. Take real action and change those things. Anything that is super... Here we go with more words that I just can't pronounce right now.
Superfluous?
Extra and burdensome, release it. Again, release the past. Embrace your free spirit. And, it's all right for a time if you need to retreat from other people. Hibernate. That's like the winter.
Become the hermit.
Yep. Go on your hermit's journey and, do your studying, explore.
What's that dude's name in the DeVito? Was that it?
Oh, DeVito. I think it was like something like DeVito. From the Arcana Familia anime. If anybody's watched that anime.
I'm all about the jolly, okay?
Yeah.
He's the moon card.
Oh, I'm trying to find the witch. Where is it? In this book. Okay.
Technical difficulties again.
Yep. It's Mercury retrograde is coming in.
Holy shit.
I swear.
70.
It was right there. I went past it multiple times. But anyway, getting into the witch card here. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life and that magic is indeed afoot. You must understand that you have the power and that it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power
Jesus Christ.
and that they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. And that's literally what the Wolf Girl was talking about, So, and with this card, I was talking about, you don't need to flaunt your changes or hide them either. You just need to be in your state of who you are. And again, if people can't accept what you're doing, who you're becoming, then those people are obviously not meant for you in your next portion of your journey. And so it's time to sort of clear out, clear out what no longer is serving you here.
There's a sign that's saying, clear it out.
And so I feel like there's a message here, just giving yourself time and give other people time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is sometimes you just got to walk away and let time heal itself.
And so, with that said, I feel like that is everything we're seeing here in your cards. So, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like, comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And if you would like to get a personal reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, there is information down in the description box for that as well. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween, and we will
Bye-bye, guys.
see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 4, please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces twin. So let's see what is going on for your trick or treats. So we have the Queen of Cups.
Ooh.
We have the Hierophant. We have the High Priestess, of course.
God.
Look at this. Majorly intuitive energy, and also counterparts right here.
So how many of you are a water sign or definitely a Pisces?
Or a Taurus.
Yeah.
And so we also have the 10 of Cups.
There's a whole lot of cup energy.
We have the 2 of Wands. The first wands to appear at all in this whole reading. Oh, and we have the 4 of Wands. Oh my God.
Soulmate.
Definitely. Oh, we have a lot of that going on right here, especially with the 10 of Cups as well. Wow.
Ooh.
Interesting stuff.
I feel like some of you definitely are coming into union with your mate.
Yeah, like your divine counterpart, masculine or feminine. And also it's like a lot of heavy intuitive energy with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. Those are like the 2 most intuitive cards in the tarot. And obviously, like, really happy family kind of situation here with the 10 of Ghosts. So,
Which is the 10 of Cups, by the way.
with the 4 of Wands over there, that has everything to do with, it's kind of like a marriage card. Also, the Hierophant also can mark marriage as well. So, for some of you, you could be getting married.
Oh my God, how romantic. It's in getting engaged on Halloween.
Oh my God, that would be so cool.
Hot.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. If that happens for some of you guys, you got to comment down below. The interesting, we also have the 2 of Wands here, which is all about making a decision. And it's usually a card that's referencing like the world is your oyster. And it's like every option before you is a good option, but you can't make a decision because you don't know how to. Obviously, the answer here is to use your intuition and follow your heart.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's like I thought of when we were talking about that Halloween thing. It's like it made me think of The Crow. The movie The Crow. Makes me think of Brandon Lee. It makes my heart go, oh.
And so, delving into more of your cards here, we also have the Book of Shadows with Secret, and we have Witch with Healer.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Witchy much?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, I definitely feel like... I think some of you are definitely like, obviously witches. I mean, come on. But I feel like some of you actually working within the medical field or some kind of healing situation.
Or Reiki.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Book of Shadows. Oh, secret. Someone's holding a secret, and it's a big surprise coming to you. Okay? And it's not a bad one. It's a good one.
and it's all about... Again, with the High Priestess being here, it's like the unknown, the subconscious, it's those hidden realms are coming to light for you. I also, whenever I see this particular card, all I notice is the golden ratio right here on the Book of Shadows. So, having everything in perfect alignment and perfect balance.
Oh my God. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. No, the Book of Shadows card. Literally, it's talking about the knowledge you possess runs deeper than you think. You have the information all you need to move forward. Intuition, guys, intuition. Allow the answers to shine forth, and you will gain all the knowledge you need to help you on your journey. You are the wise one, the wisdom keeper. And a Book of Shadows opens its pages to you as an invitation. You must document the secrets that you hold in your heart. Your thoughts, your dreams, your ideas will flow to you as you unlock every intimate detail as you put the quill to parchment. Your wise words are the key to unlocking that which has been preventing you from walking your true path in its fullest capacity. This Book of Shadows is all you can trust at this time. It shall hold only that which is your truth, including your magical name, never to share with others. Okay? And then it's talking about play your cards close to your chest. Someone wishes to claim your ideas as their own. Be a trustworthy friend. Document your ideas, spells, and recipes in your book of shadows. Trust in it. So, yeah, I feel like some of you definitely are manifesting, a mate, okay, and you're working with it. But I feel like this is almost like a warning for some of you to keep your mouth shut about it. Mm-hmm. Don't tell people what you're doing. You never do that anyway when it comes to spell work, like with what you're working on yourself. Don't share this. It's nobody's business but you. And if you want it to manifest correctly, you want to keep that stuff to yourself. You keep it a secret, because that way it manifests in the right ways. You don't need somebody's negative, vibes or energies coming at you saying, well, that's stupid, or I don't like this, or I think you could do better at this or something. You don't need that information. What you need to do is just keep your mouth closed about what you're trying to do. And if you're trying to manifest a mate, keep it to yourself. Don't say a word. And then the witch card is all about you're a natural healer. You have a natural affinity with plants and herbs. Study to qualify as an herbal practitioner. Use complementary medicine and aromatherapy to heal. You benefit from the healing energies of nature. Honor its rhythms and cycles. And this is a recurring theme in all these decks today, is get out in nature, respect the nature, work with nature. And look, yeah, High Priestess. Oh my God, there's a book twice. Yeah. Holy crap. Wait, is there a crow in any of these?
Not in these particular ones.
No, but
not yet. But
I mean,
we got some interesting cards to go.
And then it's talking about with the witch's wisdom. It's mystery and magic of the old ways beckons you to tap into the ancient wisdom of those who walked the path before you and recognize that you are one and the same. For within your blueprint, you carry the wisdom of the natural healer. The witch within asks you to connect with the knowledge and wisdom that you have accumulated from many lifetimes. For it is time to harness your abilities to help heal yourself and others. Seek the wisdom of teachers who mark the land, such as the standing stones and trees within a grove, who have absorbed each detail of spent centuries and hold the key to the past. Gather ingredients from plants and fungi. Unlock your herbal knowledge in order to work with recipes for tinctures, elixirs, and healing potions. You are a wise and strong healer. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain when a witch crosses your path. I feel like also, just from reading that little bit about the past, that this is like a past life connection. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is a strong connection that's coming in.
There's a lot. I think not only is this Halloween going to be really I feel like some interesting things might happen for you out here on Halloween. But let's go ahead and dive into some of these other cards that we have here. So we also have Go with the Flow. So clearly, you just need to go and just trust your intuition. Just allow, destiny and the universe to lead you in the right place. We also have Garlic with Repel, and we have Warding with Elderflower.
Oh my God.
And so I peeked at the cards, and I
in her hand just now, not before.
No, not before, but I peeked at them now that we're flipping them over, and it's just okay. I'm just gonna show this ahead of time because it's just like we got Vampire and then we have Garlic, so I find that hilarious. But we'll get more into what that means.
So with the Go with the Flow card, it's saying most of us spend a lot of time fighting the challenges and obstacles life puts in our way or pushing back against aspects of a reality we don't like. That's not a bad thing in and of itself. And many times it's necessary. The trick is knowing when to fight, when that resistance is only going to frustrate us and sap our energy, and when to go with the flow instead. Sometimes, to paraphrase some other folks, you just have to give in and give goddess. In short, acknowledge that there is nothing you can do and make your peace with the situation as best you can, and have faith that the gods will make everything work out in the end, even if the way it works out doesn't necessarily make sense to you at this time. So maybe were you saying something about a decision?
Mm-hmm. Okay, with the Two of Wands.
I think that there's a decision, coming up with this in this situation, and maybe it's like to move and go away or something with this person. Trust in the universe. Yeah, elopement. Ooh. The answer will be revealed to you, and it will be very obvious if you listen to your intuition. And then it says, if there's something in your life that you're using a lot of time, energy, and spirit to fight, this card may be a sign that it's time to stop, at least for a while. Is there a different way of approaching the issue? Maybe one that involves compromise or less effort. Can you back away and just let it be for a while? Sometimes going with the flow for a day or two helps you find your way of letting go for good. Maybe with this relationship, okay, or what's coming in, there is, like, you have to sacrifice something, or there's going to be a big choice to give up in order to have this union or something. And it's telling you to just go with the flow and go with your intuition and just listen and contemplate on it for a while. And the right answer will obviously reveal itself, okay? With some, for some of you, definitely.
And so, I'm going to start delving into the elderflower card here, but I just have to point this out because I keep feeling this for you guys in particular. Like, this Halloween and just soon, like, you guys have a lot of supernatural things around you, like fairies possibly, or other kinds of beings. Like, I feel like you guys have a strong connection to that. And you might even witness some things on Halloween or whatever it might be. But with the elderflower, this is talking about steeped in mystery and superstition. My ancient history is shared amongst the British hedge growers. Protected by the elder mother who resides in the trunk of my tree, I will ward off evil spirits and protect your home from misfortune if I'm planted near the threshold. The powerful warding property of my leaves will assist in breaking spells cast against you and undo any harmful intentions. Allow me to deflect any ill will as I defend your magical honor. As you sleep deeply beneath the canopy of my white, lacy, fragrant flowers, you are invited into a parallel existence, into the mystical dimension of the fairies who are fundamental in your spell work at this time. The nature spirits will ward off any negative beliefs that are blocking you as you harness your natural magical abilities. So both of these cards are talking about warding and repelling and blocking some, negativity or whatever it may be. So that might be important for some of you. I also want to say, like, the history with this is saying the ancient hedgerow plant is protected by the elder mother who lives in its trunk, believed to keep evil spirits away and protected people from lightning. Wow. If you stand under the elder tree on Midsummer's Eve, you might see fairies.
Oh my God.
Elderflower is also used in Chinese medicine to purge fever. So with that healer card, that might be important for you guys. Maybe somebody you know might have a fever.
Well, you got the fever, baby. No, seriously, I would love to know, like, how many of you actually work in the medical field or have something to do with that. I also feel like this other person that's coming in might actually do something in that field as well.
And so for garlic, it says, when you are feeling vexed by unwanted and all-consuming energies, it's time to invite some raw garlic into your kitchen. Sprinkle me in dishes and place me above your door, in poppets, or around your neck. I'll rid you of any malevolent spirits, demonic possession, or anyone who is draining your life force. My history is steeped in Eastern European folklore, although I go back much further than that, having been used as a medicine and as a charm to repel evil by the ancient Egyptians. My anti-inflammatory properties protect the heart, so take capsules of me daily to assist with any blood pressure and cholesterol concerns and to boost the function of your immune system. To stimulate blood flow and excite arousal,
Ooh la la.
Eat me raw if you dare, and ingest my pungent aromatic and aphrodisiac powers to invoke a night of stimulated passion.
I don't get that because I'm sorry, but it's like when my man eats some garlic, I'm like, bitch, go brush your teeth. It's disgusting. I don't get that. That cracks me up. It's like, if you're going to do that, just like make sure you use mouthwash afterwards.
I love garlic though.
I love it too. It's delicious.
It's so good. I love eating garlic.
So what I'm getting from this also, and I mean, this is kind of, especially with the Book of Shadows and stuff, maybe there's somebody around you guys right now. I don't know if it's necessarily from your side of things that is kind of like negative, like Negative Nelly, or they're an asshole or something.
Debbie Downer.
And yeah, they want to shit all over your parade, or maybe they're jealous because of what's coming in for you guys or something. Just, be on your guard about that.
Yeah, I don't feel like the rest of your cards are not saying anything
good.
Are really good.
Yeah.
I think this is just a message to, protect your energy.
Or maybe when you're healing stuff, and maybe some of you are like psychologists or something like that. You're constantly in, have an influx of negative energies coming at you in your workplace or something. It's just always good to protect yourself and cleanse your aura on a regular basis, clear out your chakras, all that stuff.
And even if you're doing like spiritual healing, you don't know what could be attached to other people. Because again, this was talking about evil spirits on that regard. And, those kind of things can attach themselves to people who need healing. And so, because, they might feed on low energy or sickness or whatever it could be. So that's just a message to pay attention, because you have a very high vibration kind of energy. And that could be very attractive to, energy vampires or whatever it may be. So moving on into the next few cards we have here, we have literally supernatural with inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. And then we have the hunter with aggressor, tracker, and provider.
Ooh, someone's hunting you down.
And so let's go ahead and talk about these two cards.
Where's Sam and Dean?
So I just saw the hunter card. So with these particular
That's
cards.
That's funny. Supernatural and hunter.
Oh, that's
okay.
It's
Sam
funny.
and Dean. Oh my God.
Okay, so with these particular cards, there's a blessing side and a curse side. I'm going to go ahead and read both. And so for the hunter, the blessing is, it is natural and wise to allow the part of you that is active and strong and forceful to have expression. It's time to actively seek that which you want. So see how far your strength can take you. There's always, and then the curse side is, there's always the potential that the hunter can become ruthless. You can maintain discipline by focusing on what it is you seek and refuse to be distracted by the pursuit of power for power's sake. It's time to establish how to obtain what it is you want. You must not ask another to go after it. And while the hunter will take place on the outside, it will also take place on the inside. You must find that part of you within that has the courage to chase what you would make yours and be honest about it. And so then with the supernatural card, this is talking about for the blessing. There are aspects to you that are divine and utterly connected to all the cycles and aspects of nature. You now feel secure and safe in developing and expressing your intuitive gifts more than ever before. The curse side is feeling fearful and nervous about using your intuitive gifts, beliefs that such powers are dangerous or negative, feeling unworthy or unsafe. And so it's time now to begin to understand that the senses that we all have are not special gifts given only to the chosen. We all have them. You may have been despairing at your own lack of gifts and wondering what your own abilities may be. It's time to discover this by paying attention and through hard work. So clearly, and that's why so much of this is coming up, this could be just confirmation for some of you that yes, you do have intuitive gifts. And more than likely, you have a natural gift for healing. And so this is confirmation for you right here that is what's going on.
You're a natural witch.
Yeah. And so, and also you could have just a talent for working with maybe the fae or the otherworldly creatures.
And once upon a time, okay, the village witch was the healer, okay?
And the wise woman.
And the wise one. And everybody would go to them for advice and for healing. And then,
things happen.
I'm not even going to go into that. And, these people were burned at the stake and called witches and all this other kind of crap, okay? It's not a negative thing. It's a very positive thing. And it's a healing thing for Earth in general, okay? To help humanity out this way.
And also, it's like being a witch, you can have whatever kind of religious beliefs you want and still be a witch.
Yeah.
It's a practice. It's not necessarily, although there is, sects of it that are a religion, it's in itself, being a witch is not a religion. It is a practice.
And I'm sorry, there's people walking around, I guess, I saw this on Instagram, somebody's going around, like some group of people saying that if you're a witch, that if you're not vegan, then you're going, you're not really a witch. It's like, what are you, on crack? It's like, no, that's not true. You can be vegan, you can be a meat eater, it doesn't matter what the hell you are.
Nature.
Yeah.
Look at nature.
Okay, I'm sorry, animals eat other animals too. I personally am a vegetarian, okay? But, if I feel like one day I want to eat a friggin' steak, I'll do it, okay? Nobody's going to tell me what to do, all right? That's just who I am. And if you can't accept that, piss off. That's how I feel. It's like, witch can be anybody, and we need to come together in this community to accept each other's differences instead of trying to make somebody feel bad for their choices, okay? We all have our, issues we need to deal with or whatever, and we're all different. It's like I've seen people trying to bash other people's religion and saying, oh, you're horrible and you're the cause of this and you're the cause of that. It's like, are you really that ignorant? Politics are what destroy and cause war, okay? It's not just, it's not religion, Okay, it's politics. It's someone's ego. It's narcissism. That's what does
And
it.
control and thirst for power.
Okay, accept other people. Everybody needs to accept each other. Okay, if we expect to advance as a human species.
And it's the differences that makes each person unique, and what should be honored and celebrated is what makes everybody different, because that adds variety. And look at nature. Everything in nature, there's similarities between everything, but everything is unique and different and serves a different purpose because of its unique, attributes. It's like you can't have honey without bees, and guess what? The bees can't have honey without flowers. And each one is a unique, different organism, but each thing, depends on the other for survival.
Exactly.
That's what humanity needs to, wake up to and realize, is that without all these other moving parts, we can't survive as a whole. And that includes just when accepting each other. But moving on into your cards.
Rant over.
We have perfect acceptance.
Holy shit.
Card
Can you believe
29.
this?
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this card.
Mm-hmm.
So, with this card, it is saying, the girl in this card is not distracted by the sharp thorns. Know the beauty of the flowers and pearls of life as they cluster around her. She is tranquil and deeply merged with the essence of oneness and acceptance. This card teaches that when you give up being a perfectionist, life is suddenly perfect. Consider that your life in this moment is purely a reflection of your consciousness. Mm-hmm. Everything is exactly the same as it was yesterday. It is your attitude that has shifted, and this is for better or for worse. Or what you resist tends to persist. However, with this card, there is no better and no worse. Everything is. It is a beautiful place to be. Allow yourself this kindness in this moment and embrace this energy. Everything will find its place around you in the inevitable present moment. Accept everyone and everything, that every situation, as being exactly as it's meant to be now.
It's so weird. We're just saying all that stuff, and this card is here. Are you kidding me?
That is crazy.
Wow.
And so, next card we have here is Snow White and her animal friends. And so, you inspire trust and confidence. So, this is talking about, it is time for you to step up and protect others who are smaller and more fragile than you. This may be a reversal in roles for you, but the deer and the hare and the quiet, soft ones have chosen you because they trust that you can do this job. You may feel like an unlikely hero, and you may experience a complete unforeseen victory, but you can do it. You must take great steps now to live up to this honor and trust. It will be simple for you while you remain in the forest, but when you venture out into the world once again, will you make choices that support your animal friends? Make a commitment to protect animals by supporting wildlife, choosing cruelty-free products, and raising awareness for animal rights within your school and family. Something you wish for will be given up for now, so you can do something for the good of others. But your energy will change as a result, and that will bring you your deepest dreams and desires, purified and at the perfect time. That is so funny.
I know, right? And this is another thing that really bugs me. It's like, how many of these people out there who are like trying to shove certain lifestyles down other people's throat? How many of them drive cars that totally wreck the earth? How many of them make really bad choices when they buy consumer products? Or how many of them are like going off and they're like touting about, don't use this kind of straw, use that kind of straw, when all you need is a fucking glass, okay? You don't even need a fucking straw. Get over it. It's like
that solves the problem. Right
seriously, you want to keep shit out of the landfill? Just don't fucking use it. How about that, genius? It's like, my God.
People try to make things more complicated than it really needs to be.
Stop doing that, okay? You guys, come from a space of love, please, for fucking Christ's sake.
And then again, it's like with this particular card, it's talking about, protecting what you value and protecting, animals and nature in that way. There's whatever way resonates for you and it keeps it the most simple is the right way to go about doing it. I mean, but again, not forcing your own opinion or your own perspective on how to do something right is what you should do.
You should set the example by doing it.
Inspire others.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be like, well, you're an asshole and you're going to go to hell, or you're going to do this, or you're not really this if you don't do it my way. It's like, that's not the way the world works, people. Okay?
Again, and one way works for one person may not work for you either. And that's something.
This. Acceptance.
So yeah, if this is resonating for you, if you have experienced some of the things like this of people maybe attacking you because you're not doing things the right way.
Thing.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to worry about that because you are your own person. And again, if it's something people are just doing to be trendy, it's like they'll end up changing their tune with whatever next trend. Alrighty, so moving on into the next cards that we have here. We have Apple with risk and reward, and then we have Vampire with emotional intelligence, which is really interesting.
I love people who are emotionally intelligent, okay? They're awesome.
So for the Apple here, it's talking about apples have been a symbol for Samhain for a very long time.
Samhain, damn it.
For a very long time, apples, when cut in half, have a seed pattern that looks like a pentagram, and so the Celts held the fruit to be sacred. Bobbing for apples, a game traditionally played at Halloween, has its origin in the Samhain. I can't say words today.
I love that Gaelic, baby.
Festival, and is one of the oldest the one that's the oldest associated with the celebration. And so, this is really talking about how, candy apples on a stick covered in toffee, although are not quite as popular now as they once were as Halloween fare, are now making a comeback as a fun and simple treat to prepare on the night. This is really talking about how the tradition is with this,
I haven't even had one this year. Normally I have one every year.
Wow. It's said that the unmarried woman who placed the apple had bobbed under their pillow would dream of their future husband.
Oh my God.
In Newfoundland and some parts of Ireland, even today, Halloween is called Snap Apple Night. So it's interesting. This is
Snap Apple.
This is really just talking about kind of the tradition of the apple in the book. And so really what we can take from it is that message of risk and reward. Mm-hmm. If you want something bad enough, then you need to make the risk of actually putting yourself out there to do it.
If you cut an apple in half, like this way, and you look at the inside of it, you have a 5-pointed star as well.
And so moving on here to the vampire, it's saying, should the vampire card appear in your reading, it may indicate that you are being drained in this way and the time has come for stronger boundaries. We need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and what takes it away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplace, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional and psychic attack and enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kind. So it definitely feels like for some of you, you might be dealing with a psychic vampire of some sort, because we also had that garlic with repel. So, and that was kind of what those cards are talking about. So this is all about...
This is a weird pile.
It is a very weird pile.
I don't get it.
I don't get this pile either.
It's like I feel like there's so much, like some of you are just, you're gonna, have some awesome things, but I also feel like there's some this is a very complex group and that you have different things going on. You have this one aspect where it's like, hey man, you got this good stuff coming in, but then this other aspect where you have to make a decision, and then you're also dealing with some, psychic attacks possibly, emotional vampire, whatever, it's like, I feel like there's a lot of that going on here. You guys are really complicated people.
It could be that there's also just a lot of you who have chosen this pile, so it's like a ton of different messages are coming out to try to compensate for how many people maybe are picking this particular pile. Mm-hmm. I don't know if maybe a lot of people really like Reese's peanut butter cups.
They do.
And that's why you picked this pile. But this is a very weird pile.
Yeah, and I'm getting don't get sucked into people's drama, and don't let somebody tell you because your lifestyle isn't exactly like theirs that you're a shithead or something like that. Don't listen to that.
And look at that. It's like you have that.
There's
bleed.
Blah.
Yeah.
These the blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
somebody
blah, blah.
trying to drain you. Maybe that's why we were getting so passionate during.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm getting all defensive. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
That did not happen with any of the other piles. So maybe it's like for you guys who picked this pile, you are very
Maybe you're like me. Ignorance really pisses you off.
Exactly. And so there might be somebody who's trying to push at your buttons, even though you're about to achieve, maybe that's why this is coming up, because you're about to achieve something really great. You're about to step up in your own evolution. And so this is like your final challenge. The boss level in a video game. This is your boss level. Whoever this person is, this psychic vampire who's trying to mess with your groove, is your boss level in a video game.
Yeah, I mean, I really, like I said, this is I feel like some of you definitely need to work on acceptance, or there's somebody in your life that needs to learn about acceptance, or you've been trying to deal with acceptance with certain people because you're pissed about what, is going on or something. But I mean, wow, this is a very, maybe some of you are vets.
Yeah, that could be a big possibility.
Are any of you veterinarians are going to veterinarian school, or do you work at a humane society or a shelter? Maybe I feel like maybe for some of you, maybe some of you are actually vampires. They do exist. There are people who live the vampire lifestyle. Okay,
and some of you are witches as well.
This is
a very...
And then we've got the hunter and the supernatural card, which just makes me think of all those creatures.
And we had the fairies appear. It's like there's so much going on in this pile. I just feel like this
is the storybook pile.
Yeah, it really is. Hopefully for you guys who are watching this pile, some of what we've said has made sense, because this is just a lot going on.
I feel like there's some serious, intense energy here.
Yeah, there is. Very passionate and very driven as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, Wands is all about fiery energy. Right?
And this is the first pile. And in this reading, this is the first pile to even have Wands appear. And this is like... the kind of energy.
Fiery.
It's also the only pile that's really had a lot of cups and major arcana.
And you got the Hierophant, which is like all about like structure and dogma and all this other kind of stuff as well, right?
Tradition.
Yeah.
Laws. Right and
right next to the High Priestess.
Yeah, it's wow.
And then keeping secrets, the Book of Shadows. Very emotional.
Very emotional.
There's a lot of I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm totally feeling it here.
Yeah, and all the other piles were
sorry if I went off on a rant there. I hope I didn't offend anyone, because I'm not trying to, okay? But, I'm going to be myself. Live with
exactly. Again, this is the only pile that had cups really appear this prominently, as well as the wands and the major arcanas here. So it's like very interesting how much the energy changed because of that.
Why do I feel like some of you guys are like really passionate, passionate. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I'm getting here. Big time. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, seriously, if any of these things, like what we were hitting on there, resonates with you, or you are somebody who does works in one of these fields, or you're a witch, or you identify as a vampire, or, you're a fae witch, or you really the fae and stuff, comment. I want to know.
So with that said, I think that is everything we're seeing here in this pile. If this resonated and made sense, please do comment down below, like this video.
That one was fun.
And make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me and my Pisces twin, there's going to be information down in the description for that as well. So thank you all so much for watching, and we hope you have a magical Halloween.
Love you guys.